Hello everybody, we've all done it. We've put something that was really appealing in the supermarket into the back of the fridge and forgotten about it. I've got some nice fruit and veg from a friend of mine who asked me if I'd put it in the compost bin, but I'm going to try something different instead. Woohoo! I'm going to fill these little seed trays with some fresh compost, and then I'm going to plant some little pieces of cut fruit and veg in each of them. I'm going to look at these and see if I can get any seeds to go straight into the rooting compost. I'm not sure if some of these peppers have got any seeds in them at all, so we'll just have to see what happens. There's definitely seeds here. Whether they'll survive, we can just hope and see what happens in a couple of weeks. We'll try and water them in, give them some optimum growing conditions considering how bad a start they've got in life, and put them on a little heat mat. I'm not quite sure how else to do this, but if you've got some better ideas, leave them in the comments below. One of the things I'm going to say is that I'm going to make sure I don't rub my eyes after I've touched these hot chili peppers, because I've done that before and it's horrible for ages. So the mini tomatoes, or the tiny tomatoes, have gone into some compost, and I'm going to cover them over and then give them a good water. Well, if this was to work, it would be a better use for the scraps than going into the compost bin. See you in a week. Put these on a heat mat and I'm going to give them a little water and hopefully see something coming up in a few days. Bye for now. Hello everybody, it's the 24th of October 2025 and we've had some mixed results with our little experiment. I'll show you. Only one of these little cells developed, whereas planted at the same time there's been some better development from this cell. These tomatoes were planted a little bit earlier, very slightly. So they've got their second leaves. In fact, they're doing quite well. I'm going to transplant these on into little pots. Everything was started on heat mats until they came through, and then they just went onto the windowsill, and you can see how in October the light is poor, so some of them have just been drawn a little bit towards it. They could go under LED lights, but I'm just going to put them in the little pots first of all. So I've got some clover general purpose compost, and I'm going to put a couple of these little tomato plants in and see what. I'm going to be very delicate with the seedlings. I'm not sure that I'm the right person for this. Maybe Jackie's better than I am at looking at it. It's got some good little roots, this one, so let's see how it is in another few weeks, see if it survives me and my rough transplanting. One of the problems I've found with this method that I've just experimented with is that the seedlings tend to be tangled towards one another, and that's not too good in terms of untangling them and putting them into the potting compost. You'll see what I mean when you look at this. It's a bit of an old tangled mess. So I've got most of the little seedlings in now, and the next job is just to give them a water and then leave them alone and tell them I'm sorry for disrupting them. While the seedlings are looking a little bit sorry for themselves, it's worth noting that there's been very little, if any, of the pepper seedlings germinated. So I'm going to give these a bit longer and see what happens. Just in case you're wondering why we've got a skeleton in the background, it's coming up towards Halloween.